Good morning. Hi guys. Welcome to Short and Sweet. We are going to get going because it's short, but it's going to be sweet, okay? So knee-friendly workout, you're going to need a chair with some support, okay, that doesn't have arms on it or something along those lines. You could use like an ottoman or a table, like a coffee table might work as well, okay? But you're going to need some back support as well as some belly support, so a pillow. If you have a booty band, you can use it. If you have some weights, you can bring them by just for some extra added weight on your hips. But for now, we're going to use the back of the chair for your warm-up, and all we're going to do is some leg swings, okay? I want you to bring the knee right up to the chest, core is tight, and swing it back. When you extend it to the back, give your glute a good squeeze, okay? So let the hip lift, so lengthening out the glute and then squeezing it back. Good, and I want you to change legs, okay? So you can either, you don't really need to change sides like arms. Okay, so lifting the knee up, extending. Watch you're not dropping your chest forwards. You should only be able to lift your legs so high behind you you can drop your chest forward. So you want to stop there and give those glutes a really good squeeze, okay? Good, last one. Good, and I want you to plant those feet. Take your hands behind your head, and we're just going to do a good morning. Driving through the heels of your feet, stretch through the back, and I really want you to consciously give me a really big glute squeeze. It ain't pretty, but you can do it, okay? I want to get that blood flowing right into those glutes. Keeping those legs, the knees soft, okay, not locked out. Get that big stretch. Good, two more. Good, and what I want you to do now is just hinge forwards. I'm trying to find a good position here. So hinge forward similar to what you're doing, and just take steps side to side, driving your bum out. Again, we're just warming up the keep it low back is extended, core is tight. You should feel warmth all through your glutes, inner thighs, hamstrings. Keep your core engaged. Good, and stop. I just want you to draw one knee up to your chest, up nice and high. And the other side. If you're balanced like mine, hold on to something. Good, and release. And just give me your hip circles nice and big. So watch you're not doing like full body, but just do the hips. And the other way. Okay, give me a deep breath in. Exhale all the way forwards. Okay, nice forward fold. Soften the knees. Side to side. Nice and gentle. Let the head hang. And center up, knees soft, and rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is a reverse hyperextension. And we're immediately going to superset that with a hip thrust, okay? So you're going to need to have some support, belly or back, okay? Like a pillow or some kind of cushion, okay? You can put your booty band on now if you like. So what I want to see, your first exercise, is your hips are hinging, okay? So at the crease, that's where you want to be at the edge of your equipment, whatever it is. If it's a chair, bench, okay? You're holding on to the bottom of the chair or the floor, whatever works for you. You're driving apart, okay? And what you're going to do, please, as hard as you can, looking at the floor, okay? Control the motion. I want you to get that big squeeze at the top, okay? Ready? And begin. Okay, so keep your core braced. It's hard to breathe when you have pressure on your belly. So you need to breathe, okay? your chair. Core is tight. Squeeze as hard as you can. Nice and slow and controlled. Don't lift the legs so high that it's all low back. One more. Good, and stop. If you have a band on, you can leave it on now, okay? And what you're gonna do now is go onto your back on the chair. Your legs are gonna go super, super wide, okay? And what we're gonna do hip thrust, okay? 1 to 10 pulses, then 10 to 1. So it's gonna look like this. So you're gonna go 1, chin is tucked, core is tight, get that full range. Okay, and then you're gonna go 2, squeezing as hard as you can on each. 3, squeeze action. Okay. If you want, you can put weights on the hips. 5, keep your chin tucked. Okay, 6, core is tight. If you want, you can put a hand behind your head. Drive into your heels. This is 7. Squeezing each time. 8. 9. And 10. Squeeze. Now give me 5 singles. 1. As hard as you can. 2. 3. 4. Hold it up. Hold it up a little bit more. Squeeze a little harder. And down. Awesome. Okay, you're going to sit on your chair sideways. You're going to tuck your bum under. Okay? You're going to lean back. And all you're doing is marching. Controlled. Okay? So just drawing alternating knees into your chest. Ready? And go. So bum is tucked. Lightly on the hands. Okay? Think about belly button to spine. Suck in and control. If that bothers your back at all, you're going to sit up a little. Okay? Hold on to anything if you want. You can weight at your chest. More of a challenge. Suck that belly button in hard. Tighten up that core. Good, and last one. Awesome. All right, guys, we're going back to that first one again, okay? So if you have that band, you can put it on. Not necessary, though. Hinging forwards. Okay, pubic bone off the equipment. Okay, bending your knees. Core is tight. Ready, and go. So lift, squeeze. Make sure your knees are driving apart. Brace your core. Looking at the floor. Don't lift your legs super high, okay? Otherwise, then you get into low back work. Okay, so squeeze those glutes. One more. Good job, and stop. Okay, onto your backs. Hip thrusts, 1 to 10, okay? Then 5 singles, and then hold. Okay, if you want to keep that band on, you can. Go really, really wide. If you want weights on your hips, you can do that as well. Ready, and go. So single. Oh. The wind is now picking up. I have the windows open. Each contraction, I want you to squeeze hard as you can. Mindfully focusing on the glutes. Tucking those hips under. Just be ready for me to get covered in papers here. 9, 9, and 10. Squeeze, push those heels into the floor. Now 5 singles. Squeeze hard as you can. Hold it up. Hold it up higher. Squeeze harder. And down. Good. Marches, leaning back. I'm just gonna fix this. Okay, leaning back. Tuck your bum under and go. Okay, you're the weight here. I want you to mindfully think about resisting the knee coming in. Okay, core is tight. Controlling your movements. Suck in and squeeze. Be very mindful. Okay, stay focused. You're almost there. 2 more. Good, and stop. Okay, and then you can grab a sip. Okay, onto your bellies again. Okay, you can have that band on if you have it. If not, mindfully squeezing those glutes as hard as you can. Ready, and go. Core is tight. Push. Remembering not to lift the legs too high. Bracing your core. Contracting those glutes as hard as you can. Keep going. Last one. Good job. Okay, right away into those hip thrusts. Okay, 1 to 10, 5 singles. Grab those weights if you got them. Ready, and go. 1, 2. If you feel this more in your quads, walk your feet away from you. Getting that full range with those hips. Core is braced to protect the back. I'm on 7. I'm on 8. And 10. And now 5 singles. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. A little higher. And down. Oh, man, that's hard. Okay. Marches, and then we'll move you into your next series, okay? And that's going to be down on the floor with your chair and your mat. Leaning back, ready, and go. So suck in and squeeze. Resisting the knee as it comes in. Keep going, guys. Don't stop. Core tight. 2 more. Good work. Okay. Keep that booty band close by. If you want to put it on for this next exercise, you can do that. You're going to be laying on your back with your feet elevated on the chair. Grab some water if you want right now. I'm trying to think if I'm gonna have to be back a little bit further for the next exercise. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is you're gonna lay on your back. You're gonna do a bridge, but at the top of your bridge, you're gonna rotate your feet outward in an external rotation through your hips slightly, okay? And you can have your band on. Legs are at 90, okay? You're pressing up, and you slightly rotate outwards. Okay, again, you can have weights on your hips, you can have your band just above your knees. Okay, so up, out. The key is to not let your hips drop as you rotate out and go. So up, out, and squeeze. I want you to mindfully press those heels into the ground or into your chair. Push down, out, and don't let those hips drop as you rotate those knees and toes outwards. Drive down with your heels. rotate your body open because it's taking away from your glutes. So make sure that you're almost leaning forward slightly. Okay? You can even bring your knees, actually do that. Bring your knees up in front of you. A little bit more, make sure your shoulder is stacked. And you open the knee and squeeze that glute. Ready? And go. So pressing up. So you're going to be feeling this in your obliques, as well as your abductors. Good, and stop. Take it over to the other side, making sure that the shoulders stay stacked above your elbow. Tuck those knees up, ready, and go. Now, this side is going to be harder, because your side, okay, this side that's working. Keep going. One more. Good, and stop. Okay, just sitting. Okay, you're going to do some in and outs. Okay, so tucking your bottom under. You can lay hands, not your elbows, okay, lightly on the hands, okay, and we're going to go in and out, like so. If any of that bothers your knees, then keep your knees stable. Don't flex and extend them, okay? Ready, and go. So in and out, okay, and if that's bothersome, then don't bend the knees, okay, keep them static. But if you can't, all the way, and then make sure that low back is rolling onto the mat. The hands are just there, just to guide you, a little bit of stability. Keep going. 3 more. 2 and 1. Good, and stop. All right, guys. Okay, you have that booty band, you can put it on. What I want you to be mindful of doing here is that you're driving your heels into the chair and not pressing the chair forwards away from you, okay? So legs at 90. Ready? Drive down with your heels, core is tight. Up, out. Like I said, you can have weights on your hips. Not necessary. Okay, driving those knees out to the side. Squeeze your glutes. Drive down with your heels first. So drive down with your heels. Keep them up as you rotate. Out to the side. 2 more. Last one. Good job, okay. I'd like you to do the side that I wanted you to do it first now, okay? So shoulder, you might have to play around with this position a little bit. If you have a band, you can put it on here. If you have a weight, you can even put it on your, okay, like a light weight. You can just rest it here. As you lift the leg, you're going to feel it more so. Shoulders down and back. Ready, and go. Press up and out. So if you have a weight, you can keep it on the outside of your thigh. If you have the band, it's obviously going to be that much more challenging to lift the leg. Be very mindful that you're not opening the whole torso to face the sky. Drive those hips all the way up. 2 more. Pushing those hips. Good, and stop. Other side. Okay, shoulder down and back. Tuck those knees up. And begin. Driving those hips forwards. Shoulders are down. Keep going. Last one. Good, and stop. Good job, guys. Okay, you choose what works best for you, and then we have one more round. Whew, I hope you're feeling this. Okay, ready, and go. Okay, so you choose. You can stay here if the knees are bothersome, okay? You can extend them all the way out. Suck that belly button in. Okay, really tuck the pelvis under, rolling onto that low back as you lean back. Lightly on the hands. Slow and controlled. Squeeze those legs together. Get 2 more. And stop. Good work, guys. Okay, grab a sip if you want. You've got one more set. Okay, putting those heels up. Legs are at 90. Here we go. Okay, so 90. Mindfully driving your heels down into the chair. Band the weights on if you have them. And go. So up. Keep them up as you externally rotate. Again, up. Core is tight. Drive down. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. Doing great. Press. Oh. Last one. Good job. All right, guys. Side plank with that elevated clam, okay? Tuck those knees up, core tight, band on if you want. You want to just make sure you're getting that full range of motion. Weight can be on the top thigh if you like. Shoulder down. And go. And squeeze. Keep going. Good, and stop. Okay, other side. Tuck those knees up, core tight. Up and open. Keep going. The second side is always harder. One more. And stop. All right, guys, in and out. Last set. Okay, leaning back, tuck your bum under, and go. I want you consciously driving those legs together. Squeeze. Think about those knees as you're bringing them into your chest. Keep going. Good job, guys. If you have a band on, you can put it under one knee, okay? Like both legs. Okay, I'm gonna show you here. You're gonna be on your forearms. If you have a band on one knee, you're gonna extend the legs straight. If you don't have a band, it's all good. What I want you to do is just mindfully squeeze the glute every time you lift the leg, okay? Mind-muscle connection is super important. You don't need heavy weights in order for it to be effective, okay? Ready? So your forearms, and go. Squeeze hard. Every time you lift that leg, I want you to squeeze. If this bothers your knee at all, double up your mat. Okay, shoulders are down and back. Like I'm not doing anything and I feel this. So consciously squeezing, keeping your core engaged so that you're not using your low back and your focus is Crossing over and back. Good, stop, change legs. Cross over and squeeze. My core is tight. If my core is tight, there's only so high I can lift my leg and I need to squeeze my glutes at the top, okay, without releasing my core. Keep going. Squeeze hard. Good, and stop. We're going back and forth 2 times through, and then you're done, okay? Nice big half moon here as you take it over. Never releasing your core. Good, and stop. Other leg. Almost there, guys. Push through it. Squeeze, core tight. Good, and stop. Nice work, guys. Okay, sit back. I'm going to sit off to one side. So stick your bum off to the side of one heel. And the other side. Good, and I want you to just come to a seated position. One leg is out straight. Reach up and forwards. Deep breaths in and out. Change legs. Take a deep breath in. Hinge forwards. Good, and leaning back onto your hands. Take one foot above your opposite knee. What you can do is just shift your weight from side to side. Good, and change legs. Good, and sitting cross-legged. I want you to take a deep breath in. One arm over and reach up and over. Nice lateral stretch. And release the arm down to the opposite knee. Reach up and over. Good, and around. Take a deep breath in. Way. Give yourselves a big hug. You can close those eyes. Think about 3 things that you're grateful for today. It might be raining, but you're here and you're making it through, okay? Good job, guys. Inhale, exhale down. Let me know how you like the class. Well done, high five. Have a fabulous day. Short and sweet. Done.